here today because the Huon Valley Council has invited us to run a series of workshops. And we're basically asking the community, what is their vision for a local food system here in Huon Valley, and what are the different elements that make that up? What are the principles and the values that are going to underpin that vision? What would the top 3 to 5 things be if you had a regional food system here that worked for everybody? And also, we're going to end the day with a little bit of a practical plan for, well, what does that look like? We'll go through some visioning, and we'll also look at all of the ideas that are just sitting here latent in the Huon Valley waiting to be birthed, and we'll establish a few priorities for the community to be able to take back to council about, this is the kind of food system that we want and this is the way we think it should happen.
I think the major discussion points have been things like equity, and that's not just of income, but of culture, of geography.
Being inclusive and including all members of the community. Quite often there's just a couple of 1 or 2 cohorts within the community that are represented. And the Huon Valley is really quite diverse.
Well, the community is the glue. So the role of community is to pool resources, to share knowledge, to share skills, to share land, to share water, and to share food.
For me, it was getting more involved with the community and understanding that their values are very similar to the things that I have value to, and then being able to share that in a very collaborative space.
There's been some really good discussions around resilience.
Lots of people thinking, well, how do we do things forever? How do we have circular systems, not linear systems?
We're trying to create a system, think ahead to create a very long-term resilient system.
A Robin Hood system where that high-end culture somehow contributes to the health outcomes of the poorest people in the valley.
It's a culture of sharing, sharing knowledge, sharing food.
And really get a sense of, especially the depth of food culture and the depth of different things that are actually happening already in the valley.
It was interesting to hear about how much already exists, but that there's a gap around coordinating that.
I think that's going to be key to a lot of what we choose to do in the future is really recognising that existing activity and helping those people work together better.
If I was going to coordinate all of the activities that we mapped out earlier in terms of producers and information and awareness and education and value chain and advocacy and policy change and regulation change around small food manufacturing, what are the sort of things that need to happen? How do we get started?
I think there is a policy window where people, including policymakers, are interested in local food systems for what they offer the economy, society, culture, health and climate and environment. So I think it's a really good time to be expanding and growing projects like this.
Apart from Hobart and Launceston, everywhere else is considered rural, and that means that we don't get the same amount of funding, and that affects our health and well-being. So that is a significant factor in how our community and the people within our community live their lives.
we do need coordination. There's going to be tangible things that we're going to be pushing people to do, but Emma and I are here to help you with, you know, how to sort of assemble some of the, how to sort of go down that road.
So I'm really interested in this incubation money going towards real things in the community. There's a lot of negotiation around getting to this point, but now we can do it. We need to start to practice and implement local food economy in a convivial and joyful way.
And the energy exists here to do that. So I think it's a really exciting time for food systems in the Huon Valley.